With 2023 coming to a close, it has been one hell of a year, all right? Like for everything, I should say. I really don't have a script for this, so I'm just gonna go all from the dome and just think of what I have to say and put as a final conclusion. This is gonna be a very long video of the things I'm gonna be talking about and just in general, just giving my overall thoughts about this year. This has been a year where I've been probably the most successful on my YouTube channel and I've gained a lot of support from it. And we went through some changes, all right? I finally got the PS5 and I got to play games that I wasn't able to play on the PS5. For example, like Ratchet Clank Rift Apart, which was a game I was looking forward to playing back in 2021 until I found out that it was a PS5 exclusive, which now I know why that it's not on the PS4. 2023 was also an unfortunate year for animators trying to pour out their hard work on the upcoming projects they've been working on. There was numerous shows canceled on Disney Plus, Netflix, HBO Max, which is now called Max, which is the worst name to like rename it for any reason. 2023 was the year where Elon Musk probably made the worst decision of his life, spending what, $66 billion on Twitter, which he could have spent it for something else. 2023 was a big year of gaming, all right, not just for AAA but also for indie games. A large majority of the Marvel fans were hoping that Spider-Man 2 was going to get Game of the Year. A large majority of the Zelda fan base was hoping that Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was going to get Game of the Year. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and Baldur's Gate 3. And surprisingly, shockingly, I should say, Baldur's Gate 3 got Game of the Year, which, you know, really surprised me that that game won Game of the Year. And even though I thought it was going to be Spider-Man 2, but it turns out to be the exact opposite. 2023 was the year where I stopped using TikTok, and it's a good thing I did because I feel like if I kept using it, my attention span would have lowered to like 60%. And that probably would lead me into not being interested into 1 or maybe 2-hour video essays of games or just topics in general, long videos on YouTube. What led to me not being interested in TikTok anymore is that I just gave up on trying to get verified on TikTok. And also, even if you do get verified or you get, you know, like the paid partnership on TikTok, you're only being paid single digits, all right? Like, let's just say you make a 69 million viewed TikTok and that all that money is enough to get you an Arizona bottle and a Snickers bar. 2023 was the year where YouTube Shorts creators are able to make a living off of it. Even if they make a video that's like 100 million views, that's enough to get a medium large pizza from Domino's and a 2-liter of Sprite. 2023 was a good year for my YouTube channel. September and November were the 2 months I have gained the most views on. 2023 was also the year where I got interested into making long videos talking about indie games. Now it's basically me doing what Power Cynical does, talking about horror games, except I'm talking about indie games or just games that are in general just interesting to me. The movies that I got to see and I've enjoyed in 2023 so far were Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I know there's other movies like Transformers, Rise of the Beast, and then there was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The Barbie movie came out and Oppenheimer came out. And then when Oppenheimer and Barbie came out, they have this whole trend called Barbenheimer. But then now we got Pinkman that also came out on the same day where Oppenheimer and Barbie came out. That was just called Barmenheimer. So yeah, it was a crazy day where 2 movies and a video game from Nintendo Switch came out all on the same day, which you had to be there if you wanted to see it. 2020 was the year where I finally beat Hollow Knight. It was also the year where I finally beat Ratchet Clank, the PS4 remastered, and unfortunately I don't have any footage of that, so just pretend you're looking at it. It was also the year where I finally got to play Ratchet Clank Rift Apart, which I found out that it was a PS5 exclusive, hence the reason why I couldn't play it on the PS4. It was fun though, from start to finish. I really enjoyed every single bit of it. Unfortunately, the only footage I have of this game is me getting the trophies while playing the game. I am looking forward to platinum in this game, which I only have like 3, maybe 4 other trophies to get to, so you guys are gonna get a bonus bonus episode probably next year. I am wondering if there is going to be another Ratchet and Clank game that's in the works, or there's going to be one announced next year, but we all know what happened to Insomniac when the entire cyber hack breach happened this year. So the only news we got is that there's going to be a Wolverine game that's going to be out next year, or probably the year after. So as far as we know, that's all the news that we got. At the same time, it was the realization as to why people were fans of Ratchet and Clank, and it was because of this specific character, Rivet, basically the alternate female version of Ratchet. There was also a controversy surrounding the character where one of the writers said that she's canonically a lesbian, although when I played through the entire game, she wasn't in relation to anyone in the story that's the same gender as herself, so it's basically pointless to say that even though it wasn't put in the game. In the end, I did have fun though playing the game. It was a blast, and I highly recommend you guys to play it. 2020 was the year where I got to play Rain World, a game that I regretted playing to the fullest after letting my curiosity take over, even though Foco did say that this game is an underappreciated gem and there was a DLC that is much larger than its original game. I didn't really have fun playing it. Alright, I'm sorry to all the Rain World fans watching this video, but I'm just being honest with my review. And to top it all off, when I was on Sky Islands and then going to the next part of the level where I was like so close to the ending of Rain World, my game crashed. Even though I was able to make a video essay with the remaining footage I had with Rain World, that really just demotivated me from stop playing Rain World altogether. I also played this game called Gris just to prepare myself for a game that's made by the same studio that made this game, which I will mention later on in this video. And same thing as last time, the only footage I have of this game was the achievements that I got when I was playing it. This game almost made me cry. This game is also a puzzle game, a genre of games that you guys know I'm not good at. I loved every bit of it from start to finish, and the game overall was such an eye-opener. Call of the Lamb was another game that I had myself to play. I found this game on Twitter and I was interested into playing it. Convinced my brother to combine my money with his money to buy this game. I only played this game for like 3 hours and then I stopped playing it. Time flew by and I see this tweet from the official Call of the Lamb Twitter account called the Relics of the Old Faith update. And then I see another tweet from the Call of the Lamb Twitter account that the game was off for 35%. And I pulled up my big boy pants, got back to downloaded Call of the Lamb again, this time with the PS5 version of the game. Played through a new save. Even though it was 3 hours of gameplay lost, I could get those 3 hours back. And I told myself that I was going to play this game from start to finish and complete the rest of the extra content being shown. And I honestly did enjoy it. Believe it or not, Call of the Lamb was one of the first roguelike games I've ever played. I know there's some other roguelike games like Enter the Gungeon, Risk of Rain 2, Hades. But Call of the Lamb was the roguelike game that I didn't think I would end up enjoying from start to finish. Although it does have satanic messages, which I'm not fond with. When I started playing the game, I shouldn't really be focusing on the messages and just more focus on the enjoyment, the experience of playing the game. Even after I beat the game, which was one hell of a ride, I remember that the Relics of the Old Faith update is also a part of the game, so you see some extra content and features that you can use in the game. And there's a new final boss that I have to beat, which I did say I was gonna play Call of the Lamb in December, but to be honest, for the rest of the month, I just want to chill, relax, and just not be focused on streaming right now. I'll do all of that next year, which I'm recording this video on December 29th, so I'm gonna edit this video tomorrow, and hopefully I'll upload this video on the 31st. That was me cracking my knuckles. The upgraded version of the past places that you go in the game of Call of the Lamb, they remixed the original soundtracks, which sound like 2 times better. Riverboy, who is the one making the music for Call of the Lamb, you got a lot of talent. Alright, better than what I can do in soundtrack. Another game that I played that I did tell myself I wasn't gonna play because I didn't know how to feel about it, I wasn't interested, was Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series. And as you guys are well aware, I'm not good at platformers. My curiosity was starting to build months after I made those videos of me not wanting to play the game. The comments that I've gotten was my grandma telling me that I should play this game, even though I was originally convinced by the purple streamer guy. I forgot what his name was, but you know what? I'll give props to you. You have convinced me to play this. Getting all of the achievements was a better experience than just playing the game by itself, in my opinion. Overall, it was challenging, yet I still had a fun time playing it. For the sake of me supporting the series just to see if there's any remasters of the Klonoa franchise, I platinumed the game just to top it off. Oh, that's it? It's easy. The soundtracks to Door to Phantom Mile I really do enjoy, but the sequel, I enjoyed some of the soundtracks. I didn't really don't feel that much connected towards it. There was a couple videos saying that Klonoa is an emotional masterpiece, which, I mean, I guess it's true, alright? The first ending did leave me confused, and I was saying that I might want to watch a Klonoa lore video to understand about the ending, and the Klonoa 2 ending did get me in the feels a little bit. It didn't make me shed a tear, but it made me sad. Also, I want to show some of these clips and explain the context of it. I managed to launch one of those moves to hit the checkpoint just so I don't have to go back to the previous part of playing this level. Saved it. This other clip I recorded while I was trying to find a quicker way to get up top without using the elevator, and I think I just did a speedrun strat. Now for this, when I was trying to reach from one of those blue diamonds, which if you get 100 of them, you get a new life, I was so close to falling off of the platform that for somehow I glitched through the platform, saving my life before I have to restart this whole level. Whoa, glitch. That was a glitch. That was a glitch. And of course, I got the trophy of getting all the dolls. Okay, we got all the dolls. My sweetheart got all of the freaking dolls. Oh, Jesus. Y'all know I was gonna put this on the list.
This is the best.
Brooklyn Pride.
This place when I go to college.
Boricua suit. And there it is, Hang 10. To be fair, the only footage I have of this game were the achievements that I've gotten. I promise I'll get back to playing this game next year, but here are some clips I do want to show you.
When you hear an MC today, use syncopated accents.
I just saw a rat.
Just the offbeat.
Just crawl on the left.
The rhythm. When you hear an MC today, use syncopated accents.
Including this clip, while I was doing Mary Jane's campaign, I saw this black spot on the right corner of my eye as I was getting close to attacking one of Kraven's henchmen. Next game I'm going to be talking about that I did play that broke me, not because of difficulty, well, partially, but because of how the story impacted me emotionally when I played it. When I first found out about this game was last year when I was searching up some random games on my PS4 before I upgraded to the PS5. I came across to this game called OneShot, which my little brother has heard of, and when I saw the date, it said November 22nd, 2022, which was the year when I found out about the game. And then I said, oh, this game is recent. And then my brother said, no, this game is old. Turns out this game was first introduced on Steam. 6 years later, it was put into the consoles such as the PlayStation, the Xbox, and the Nintendo Switch. 2 years after the game received a lot of support on Steam, it was an upgraded version to OneShot called OneShot World Machine Edition. With this new upgraded version of the game, there's added features and lore towards the story of OneShot. And the game speaks for itself, where you legit have one shot, or I should say one chance to beat this game, whether good ending or bad ending. I remember doing almost a dozen teasers that were put on some of my commentary videos on my YouTube channel of me playing this game, which was OneShot, where I was legit hyping myself up, including you guys, for you guys to see me play this game. And it's a good thing I did. This was a project, let's just say a publicity stunt, probably my first ever publicity stunts on my YouTube channel, which is it really annoying or like hard to like take in? But it's one of those teasers where it just makes you think of what's gonna happen. And then when I officially announced on what game I'm gonna be playing, one of my subscribers saying, "You're playing OneShot? That's crazy." And when I first played OneShot, I was like shocked no pun intended, as to how mind-blowing this game was. I asked Sleep Live, which is another small YouTuber that you guys probably remember when I talked in one of my videos with the whole Theft King situation. I asked him if OneShot is an ARG. He told me that it's not really an ARG, but it's a fourth wall breaker game. And then when I played OneShot, the game legit breaks the fourth wall multiple times. And the fourth wall breaks are not only supposed to help you, but to also help Nico guide her through the journey of finding her way home or to save the world. Now, I think there's like 4 endings to this game. One which is saving the world, the other ending is to go home. There's a true ending to it called the solstice ending, which I will get to, don't worry about it. And right after I beat it the game, it just takes just a lot of bravery to replay this game, because after you play it, it's just like you don't feel mentally prepared to play this game again. Unless if you want to platinum it, then that's an entirely different story, which I am intrigued to get the platinum. All right, so for me to completely end the one-shot series on my YouTube channel, I'm going to get the second ending, well, the initial ending, which was to save the world. Then I'm going to get the solstice ending, which is the true ending of the game, of course, to get the rest of the trophies. And I want to get the true ending just to officially, just to top it all off of ending the series of me playing one shot, which I will get to next year. This game really did blow my mind, and I do suggest you guys play it. If you guys watch Foco, he probably made a video about that a year ago. This game legit is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and once you play it, you can't really relive those memories or that feeling of playing the game again. Of course, to enhance your experience, you could get the other trophies and the other endings, but then once you get all those trophies and endings, that's just it. It's like a game that you just want to erase your memories just so you can play it again fresh from the start. I made 4 59-minute edited videos of my gameplay of me playing one shot for the first time. It didn't do well attention-wise. It didn't really gain a lot of views or a lot of likes. If you are a one-shot fan and want to see my reactions of my first time playing one shot, I'm going to leave the playlist, including the other games that I have played, in the link in the description so you guys can see it for yourselves. I played the new Among Us map, which unfortunately I don't have any footage for. Now, originally I was interested to playing the new Among Us map, but at the same time I wasn't intrigued to spending $10 for PlayStation Plus, which is legit the subscription you have to pay for to play online. But PlayStation said that from December 7th to the 10th, you're able to play online games without a subscription. So I took the opportunity to play the new Among Us map on my channel, which was pretty good. It was interesting to play, new features, a lot of new things on the map. I was a bit sloppy gameplay wise because it's been like what, a year, 2 years since I last played Among Us. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for it. And then finally, the last game that I want to talk about that unfortunately I still can't play because every time I beat the first boss, my game crashes. It's Laika Age True Blood. Now, for some reason, which is pretty funny now that I'm mentioning this, the 58 minutes of gameplay that I saved when I was playing Laika Age True Blood for the first time, for some reason, I can't put that on Share Factory Studio. Every time I try to re-add it to Share Factory Studio, the only thing I'm able to see were the logos of Brainwash Gang, Head Up, which are the publishers of Like a Age True Blood, and F-Mod, which are the same people that help with Like a Age True Blood, including OneShot. So for now, I'm going to be putting the 28 minutes of footage that I saved before my game crashed, and additionally, that I was going to put on my video essay that I was planning to make on Like a Age True Blood. And it's weird because even the developers from the Discord server find it odd that I'm finding an issue of me playing Like a Age True Blood on my PS5. Now, the download that I put for Like a Age True Blood was the PS5 download. And they gave me some other solutions, and I said that I was live streaming it while I was playing Like a Age True Blood. They told me to play the game again without live streaming it to see the results, and the results were still the same. Then they told me to delete my save file that I originally had for Like a Age True Blood. It was the last option out of desperation, and again, they were sorry complications that I was having with Like a Age True Blood. One of the developers that responded to my bug report that I put on the Discord server asked me any issues or any details, but there was a moderator that was asking more questions on my issue and screenshotted my issues to the developer when I shared my bug report to the Discord server. Developer did say that there was some other people having the same issue. So the patch notes for the PlayStation version of Laika H True Blood kind of helped. It also didn't for me while I was experiencing Laika H True Blood for myself. With all that aside, I do have hopes that Laika H True Blood is most likely going to be an underrated masterpiece. When I first started playing the game, it reminded me of me playing this Flash game called Earn to Die. Now, Earn to Die is a Flash game where you play as a lone survivor surviving on the zombie post-apocalyptic wasteland, and your main mission is to use a car to drive past through the current place you're in, and every time you kill a zombie, you earn money from it. And the more money you earn, the more upgrades you can do to your vehicle, not only just for your cars, but the new cars you can get, the weapons you can put on your vehicle, the boosts you can add. It's an old Flash game, which I'm very certain not a lot of you guys remember it, but I guess you probably remember it with a simple Google search of searching the game. Now, playing Laika H True Blood was difficult, okay? Even trying to pass through the birds, which are your enemies, was difficult. Like, just using the controller, which I'm very certain that playing it on the keyboard and mouse is much easier. But, you know, since I'm a controller player, that's just the games that I play on console. It was hard to try and manage trying to get from one place to another. Like, this was just much more difficult because of the controls, of course. It's a Motorvania, a Metroidvania using a motorcycle. If you guys have seen my first live stream of me playing like an H True Blood, it was laughable with the amount of times I was dying on the same place. And even if I did get far without the checkpoint and died, I have to redo that whole thing again. Probably harder than Hollow Knight's Platinum. I mean, I don't know if anybody has Platinum like an H True Blood. So far, I see 0.0% of players manage to get this achievement. So, yeah, I mean, unless if I hate myself, sure, I'll probably get the Platinum. But then again, it's most likely not going to happen. I'll be waiting for the patch notes being announced by Brainwash Gang, who are the developers of Like an H True Blood. But they have to wait for the green light by Head Up, who are the publishers for Like an H True Blood, for responsible to be ported for the consoles. Yeah, I'm going to be waiting for that. And now that we're done with this segment, I'm going to be showing you guys the games that I am intrigued to play for next year. And the games are Hollow Knight Silksong, which speaks for itself, Pacific Drive, Neva, which are the same people that made Gris, Rise of the Ronin, a game that I randomly found on the PlayStation search bar, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I'm going to be playing the remake after this, Baby Steps, a rage game that I saw on the Devolver Digital Showcase, Animal Well, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, a game that I'm going to be playing to club that already isn't on the PlayStation, Empire of the Ants, I randomly found this game, Spirit of the North, another game that I clubbed to play that already isn't on the PlayStation, Penny's Big Breakaway that I saw on the Nintendo Direct, Planet of Lana, another game that I'm intrigued to play, Time Flies, a random game that I found that are going to be coming up soon, The Plucky Squire, another game that was shown on Devolver Digital Showcase, Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, Dead Cells, even though the game already came out, I'm going to be playing this just to build my hype for another game that they're making called Windblown, which I'm also excited for, Shadow of the Colossus, which is one of Jacksepticeye's favorite games, The Last Guardian, which is the spiritual successor to Shadow of the Colossus, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which is basically Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4, Tales of Kenzara Zao, Night in the Woods, Beneath the Earth Backrooms, and Killing Floor 3. Now, the games that I have played and beaten are Hollow Knight, Ratchet Clank, the PS4 Remastered, Ratchet Clank Rift Apart, Gris, Call of the Lamb, Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series, and OneShot. Now, there are some extra content towards the games that I've played. For example, Hollow Knight, Cult of the Lamb. I do want to get the Platinum for Ratchet Clank Rift Apart. I do want to get the Platinum for Marvel Spider-Man 2 and OneShot. The games that I left on a cliffhanger are Rain World, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Laika H True Blood, which of course, you know, my reasoning is that the patch notes, even though it came in, my game crashed right after I beat the first boss. Now, the game that I did bought is Final Fantasy VII Remake, which you guys said that you guys are willing to watch me play this game. Final Fantasy VII is the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played. It isn't Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 9, 13, 14, 15, or the recent Final Fantasy game that everybody's been talking about. The gameplay, it looks like a cinematic masterpiece. I've heard from some people on Twitter talk about it. But yeah, I'm intrigued to know more about this Final Fantasy VII Rebirth game. There was a report that the characters that die in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth are no longer coming back. I know that there's a character called Aerith in Final Fantasy VII that unfortunately dies. And there's an Italian character that a lot of people simp for some reason. Apparently Cloud is a femboy, which I honestly don't think he's a femboy. He's just a guy that somehow looks feminine towards the people that play the Final Fantasy VII game. Also, the portion where I added uploaded my final piece of the Marvel Spider-Man 2 gameplay that I put on this video. I recorded and edited that video on December 29th. Today is December 30th. The rest of the voice lines after that Marvel Spider-Man 2 gameplay, I'm recording this today. Today is December 30th. I'm gonna upload this video on December 31st. That's my final video for 2023. And the funny part is that there were some topics that I do want to talk about and upload on my YouTube channel, but I did say that I'm just gonna chill, relax, and only focus on this video that I'm gonna be uploading for the final video of 2023. So stay tuned for the topics I'm gonna be talking about for the commentary genre that I post on my YouTube channel. And I have a feeling that the amount of times that I've uploaded and live streamed, whether it's long form videos, shorts, or live streams, I've probably posted more than the days that there are in a year. For this year, of course, 365 days in 2023, and I probably posted way over that, and I have a feeling, but then again, I won't know. So I'm going to be making a video about the amount of uploads I posted next year on January 1st. Most likely not, because I'm going to be tired from all the partying, because it's the last day of 2023, partying with my family, my cousins, this and that. You get the gist of it. So to end this all off, I wanted to talk about myself. Now everybody has a bucket list of what they want to do for this year, and I probably do have a bucket list of what I'm going to do for next year. There are some things that people do that they want to achieve, that they want to get, that they want to do on their bucket list. For me, I do have that bucket list, but you know, there's just some things where you want to meet a celebrity, or you want to be famous and stuff like that, or you want to do this and do that. For me, I don't know. I don't really have that. I feel like I already lived my life. You know, I mean, yeah, maybe 19 years old, but to be honest, 19 years of anything is a lot of time. Well, especially for someone that's legit young, okay? I really don't have that much to look forward to except to survive and pay taxes. With all that aside, I'm hoping that 2024 will be a good year. 2023 was one hell of a year. All right. I don't know what else to add because this is just all from the dome. I don't have a script for this. I really do appreciate you guys that's been supporting my channel, whether it's video format, shorts, or live streams, or the community posts that I'm posting, or the live streams that I'm live streaming myself on Twitch, or the tweets that I'm posting on Twitter. I appreciate you guys for supporting my channel. All right. Now, I thought that I was gonna hit like 1,000 subscribers for this year, but it's most likely not gonna happen, okay? I'm at 958, I think, which I'm like 42 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers, which is the amount of subscribers that I need to get YouTube partner, just so I can get paid for the videos, basically the content that I upload on YouTube. We're still not over there. Also, I need to get 4,000 watch hours just so I can also be verified or get YouTube partner. So that's also something I need to get. But overall, I feel like I've said everything that I needed to say for this final video. I appreciate your support. It's been one hell of a journey. Don't know what else to add on, but if you guys want to subscribe to my channel, go ahead. I don't know what else to say. And I've been kind of like what's the word, burned out for some of the videos and uploads that I've posted. Sometimes you do need breaks, but at the same time you want to post some videos because you're feeling creative. I don't know, it feels like an addiction. So yeah, I feel like that's everything I gotta say. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this long video, my last video of 2023. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you think about the video. I'm finally done with this freaking video with all the games that I've talked about, the things that I wanted to say for this video. It's gonna be it. It's the Wolf.Gray, and I'll be seeing you guys next year. I know it's an overused joke, but I just want to put it in this video. That's it. All right.